Welcome back to another episode of High and Wide. It's been a little while since we've been away, Fran.
Oh, you've been away. I've not been away.
Oh, we haven't been away, but we've been around. A lot has happened in the last couple weeks.
Month.
I mean, a month could be also said a few weeks, right?
A few is three.
A few has an actual
a few is three.
quantity.
A month is a month.
I didn't know if few had quantity. If few
Not-
is
not-
quantity,
not-
then
Not a lot of good for the Eagles though in that month.
no, not a lot of good at all. And not a lot of good for my neighbor deciding to cut his lawn right now, so I have to close the window. Alright, that fixed that. Yeah, so I think we missed the Eagles stomping the Jets, right? We missed that. That was fun. That was cute. Very little offense, although they did kind of march right down the field and score a touchdown to start the game, which was nice, and you thought it was a change of pace.
That was about it because
Yeah,
it was really stagnant.
It was stagnant offense. Defense played well. You know what's interesting is the Eagles blow the doors off the Jets. The Jets whoop the Cowboys, then the Cowboys whoop the Eagles in 3 straight weeks.
Did the Jets whoop the Cowboys or did the
Cowboys
Jets just not show up?
If the Jets beat the Cowboys, regardless of score or play outcome, that's a whooping. I think.
Okay.
I think they're that bad. Like if the Dolphins march in and beat the Patriots on a last-second field goal in a 9-6 game, they whooped them.
Yeah, I gotta get in your world, man. You got some crazy definitions and some.
Well, that's going to go like that'll be like great revisionist history for the Dolphins. Like, oh yeah, we went up to New England, we whooped them in their building. We were 1-15, but we whooped the Patriots.
Yeah.
And no one's going to look up too. It was 9-6 in a blizzard. Tom Brady got pneumonia and didn't play.
Yeah, I got asked all week during Cowboys week at work, like what I thought, like, what were they gonna do? And, I don't want to be a negative guy, but just the way they've been playing, I didn't see them winning the game and I didn't see it even being close. And it turns out, it was kind of right because they got shellacked.
They got daddied.
Yeah.
The Eagles got daddied in on national TV in Dallas, and nobody's head rolled. Like I'm not a big into the fire the coach or fire this guy or fire that guy, but that's a game where a head needs to roll.
Yeah, like I've said it plenty of times, and we have a Super Bowl now, so it's good. I can die in peace knowing that we have one. So for me, from here on out, as much as I don't want to see it, there's really only 2 games a year the Eagles need to win, and it's the Cowboys games. Anything else is just icing on the cake for me.
For still being so hard, that was an awfully soft statement.
What do you mean it's soft?
They won one championship, and you're like, you know what? As long as they beat the Cowboys every year, I'll be fine. I can die happy.
I can die happy. We have a Super Bowl now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't ever think I was gonna see one.
You don't think, like, you probably have with science and medical advancement, you probably have another 115 years on this planet.
Bro, I'm a cheeseburger away from a heart attack. So I don't know
now
what you're
in
talking
2019, but like in 2030, you'll probably be like half a robot anyway, and
about.
be fine. You'll be
on.
like
I don't plan on
Skywalker.
making it that long, bro.
Well, you should. You have you're the one who's been yelling at me about the fans.
If I can get a cup in the next couple years, I could really just sign off in a fantastic way.
A cup would be nice, but if you did live for like another 100 years, you're telling me that you'd be all right. That like it wouldn't finally catch up, and if in those 100 years the Eagles only won 200 games.
Yeah, they'd be fine as long as it was against the Cowboys.
There's no way they would reach a level where
No.
2-14 seasons would eventually
No.
even out the positive of the Eagles winning the Super Bowl.
No, it wouldn't.
All right.
I have seen the highest point. I've been to the top of that mountain. I don't care anymore. I mean, until they keep giving it, oh, this is the new norm, and this is gonna be how we are from now on. Now, and you lied, so I'm over it. Like that's just how.
Yeah, that new norm was like the real kiss of death. I felt like as soon as he said it, I cringed because you know what I thought of as soon as he said it.
Yeah, the dream team.
No, I did not know. No, not in the least. I thought of Cole Hamels. We'll be coming down Broad Street again and again and again. Like something along those lines, and it was like, man, we're never gonna win another one now. Jinx the fuck out of this thing.
It didn't seem to bother Bryce Harper, who signed here, and now his former team, who offered him just $30 million less than what he got, is about to win another win their first World Series. So
yeah, I'm sure he's very happy for them. Well, counting his $330 million and his new beautiful coach, manager. Sorry if there's any hardcore baseball people out there. His new manager. Anyway, let's stay with the Eagles.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
We'll touch that later.
You got pretty much handled by, and you got embarrassed by the Vikings as well, which
you did. Did get embarrassed by the Vikings. That was again, yeah, another bad game. Defense, which seemingly got better against the Jets, has really taken a nosedive since then, as the injuries continue to pile up. And you have some people running their mouths. Anyway, the trade was made. Let's just go over now. Jalen Ramsey was traded, obviously. I don't know if it was last episode before that. Both you and I were out on Jalen Ramsey because it wasn't a scheme fit. And
no. You were out. You were out for a scheme fit.
Two first round picks. I would never trade anybody for.
Is what I was out on. Yeah, I don't care. He's not as. You could run the 3 blind mice scheme. It doesn't matter. You put him on a guy, that guy's done for the game. And that doesn't matter to me.
Which is probably true, but at the same time, part of his issues in Jacksonville was the scheme that they were playing, and it didn't fit the way he wanted to play football. Right. So, I mean, obviously winning can fix all those ills, but, Eagles aren't winning games, so are we sure it would have fixed it? Anyway, we both had reasons. I was both reasons, really. I didn't want the draft picks, and I didn't.
Yeah, I'll never give up the capital.
Yeah, never. I don't even want to trade one.
I think that's like one of the only times that a defensive player was traded for that much, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember recalling another defensive player getting traded for that much capital.
Yeah, especially when a guy who's got.
Well, there's other guys out there though.
Yeah, there are. But who knows what they're asking for them. Like Patrick Peterson is a name which he's got 1 year left on his deal, but it's like a monster cap hit number. Like there's no way a rebuilding Arizona Cardinals are going to pay him this gigantic number.
Right.
So and if you cut him, it's like it costs you like $600,000 to cut him, as opposed to like almost probably $20 million.
Well, I guess from the Eagles standpoint, a decision has to be made on like what direction are we going at this point. Like I know we're only 3-4, right? So we're not out of it, but you got to string together some wins. And if you don't, I mean, the wild card's out of the question at this point. Now you're playing for division only, and they can still do it. They can still do it. It's not out of the question.
Sure. It's 7 weeks into the NFL season.
Wild card's out of question. Stop.
We can see. I mean, the last 3 weeks. That's why I brought it up. Is a reflection of exactly what the NFL is. The Eagles
in our division, though. But not
even just in our division, in the whole landscape of it. That the Jets were able to get their ass kicked here, beat the Cowboys, and then the Cowboys whoop our ass in 3 consecutive weeks. It just proves how wild the NFL is. So anything can happen.
That's even the Falcons, sample size though, because the NFC West they have 3 teams with 5 wins.
Sure, but how many times have they played each other? Like that stuff is going to even out. You're not going to have 2 teams from a division winning 11, 12 games.
I think you might.
Well, all I'm saying is after 7 weeks, six games for some teams, I'm not saying that the wild card. It'll be hard to get to the wild card, but it's not out of reach yet. It's not dead. we want to have this conversation in like week 12. It could probably be a much different conversation week 13. But now it's not dead. It's hard. It's hard to reach, but you need to win the division. Yeah, I always say I think you need to win the division. That by the way, that Patrick Peterson number would be a $13 million cap hit next year.
Yeah,
and
you're already up against it.
Well, no, it's 630,000 in dead cap, so you can cut him and not worry about it. So you trade for him this year. That's why I don't think they get a lot for him. Is they have to trade him now, that huge cap hit. No one's going to want to pay 30-year-old Patrick Peterson $13 million next year. So I don't think it'll take a lot to get him loose from the Cardinals. And
I just want
cut him
somebody.
loose.
I just want somebody other than what we have. I mean,
yeah, the only names
Sidney Jones
guys.
is a failed experiment, and I was the biggest proponent of the guy. I was really excited when they drafted him. I thought he was going to be good, despite the fact that he's from the fucking Pac-12. Like, he just played really well, and then it was almost like a Nnamdi Asomugha situation. He just fleeced the fuck out of me, and he's just trash. He's not. I mean,
He does kind of even look like Awesomeway, doesn't he? Like long,
yeah, a little
skinny,
bit, yeah.
always reaching and never finding.
Yeah, it's sad. I could live with guys in the secondary who can't cover, right? Like, I could live with that. But fucking tackle.
Yeah,
None of them can tackle.
well, they finally, as much as we all hate him, and I'm not like someone who thinks he's going to solve all of our problems. Jalen Mills is not as bad as some people made him out to be. He does indeed tackle. You know, he's very physical.
I will say,
So,
yeah, I mean, I'm
back-
not the biggest fan of him. I hate the finger wag because he's
it's
very untimely with it.
You know, I was thinking about this. You've said that before, how much you hate the finger wag and stuff like that, and I understand why people hate it. But like every time a receiver, like if it's a 1 yard like screen, if it's 3rd and 1 and a guy gets a yard and a half on like a quick fucking bubble screen and gets tackled right away, he gets up, drops the ball, and points the first down. Right? All cocky as fuck. So why can't he wag the finger even if it's an overthrown ball?
Because he didn't do anything to prevent the play.
Sure he did. He was there. He forced the overthrow.
No, he didn't force the overthrow. The quarterback just fucked the pass up. Come on.
Maybe not.
You can't honestly be sitting there fucking trying to justify Jalen Mills' finger whack with me right now. You can't. You cannot.
You know what? I feel like I have
We
to.
haven't fucking recorded in 4 weeks, and you're
such a good
me
finger
Jalen
whack,
Mills
though.
right now.
It's such a dude. Watch it. His finger wag is great. Like his arm stays straight and it's all in the wrist. It's a very good finger wag.
If he put as much effort into playing cornerback as he does to dyeing his fucking hair green, he'd be a lot better.
Well, maybe he's good. He played a good game against Cowboys. Made some plays. Like the only time he got beat, he wasn't beat. It was a perfect pass, and Amari Cooper made a fucking great catch.
You still need help over there. I mean, Jalen Mills isn't the answer. So
I'm just saying, like my options for us, I feel like the only options we have are older guys.
Yeah, because Chris Harris is old too, right?
Yeah, Chris Harris is old too. He's 30.
Well, like, you know, I don't know. It just
He's 30, but he's got an expiring contract.
Did you think at some point this year that we were going to have conversations about, like, can't wait till Jalen Mills and fucking Cravon LeBlanc come back? Like,
Oh, you'll never hear me say I can't wait till Cravon LeBlanc.
hey, listen, he's got to be better than Douglas, another guy I was high on, who's fucking let me down.
Well, the thing is, they're forcing a safety to play corner, and he's not a corner. He's a safety. He's big. He's slow. Fucking safety.
So what's your excuse at linebacker now?
I don't think they have. First of all, obviously you have injuries at linebacker as well. So they weren't planning on going T.J. Edwards, Nate Gerry, and Grugier Hill, right? They're supposed to have the big guy out there as well, and Bradham. You were forced to keep Zach Brown, because Bradham was hurt or Grugier Hill was hurt coming out of camp, so you had to keep the veteran. Like all the talk with the LJ Fort and what's his name, Jordan Hicks, it's so silly. It's so dumb.
I don't care that they let Jordan Hicks walk. I liked him, but let him walk, whatever.
Yeah,
but
he wants to make a lot of money.
You
But,
can't
going in this week, the Eagles were the second best run defense in football.
listen. You can't.
So, it wasn't
You
an
can't
issue.
have scrubs on your team. You can't hit on everybody.
But my point is, they weren't scrubs if for the first 5-6 weeks of the season they were the second best running defense in all of football, yards against and yards per carry.
You gotta have somebody better. Dude, you got special team guys at starting linebacker positions. You got what's his name out there on the street waiting for somebody to call him.
Who?
Brandon Marshall.
There's a reason. The guys like that, there's a reason they're on the street.
Dude, stop. He's better than Nate Gary. He's better than Grugier Hill. You know he is. Come on.
He was. How do we know he is?
Come on.
How do we know? He's old as fuck now.
He's not old as fuck. I don't know.
If that's why I'm never impressed with getting guys off the street, especially guys who have been in the league for a long time, and now they're on the street. Why? How do you spell his first name?
Who? It's Brandon. Brandon.
Is it just like the other Brandon Marshall?
Yeah, it's the same exact spelling.
Is it? Oh yeah, there it is. He's 30. Old as shit.
How old's fucking Nigel Bradham?
What's that?
How old's Bradham?
I have no idea. It's gonna be, watch me 29. Give me 29. Give me 29. Oh man, guess what?
He's fucking 30.
He's 6 days older.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The fuck?
30 and 46 days. 30 and 52 days. Yikes. Well, Nigel Bradham wasn't on the street. He's got that going for him.
Shut the fuck.
Yeah, what do I tell you? The guy was on the street. Same thing with when they picked up Akeem Spence. I'm not gonna get happy about picking up a dude off the street.
Yeah, he got cut.
Yeah, he's gone.
I don't know. I need some sort of front office decision to be made in the form of either start cutting dudes or start trading dudes or trading for dudes. Like let's go. They're
not gonna give up. There's no way they start selling.
Yeah.
There's not a chance.
So start making some fucking moves and getting some talent in here to help out. So that's the defensive side of the ball. I have an issue with the offense. Sayamalu is getting trashed almost every down. And it's not helping Dillard out at all on the end. So, that offensive line is in bad shape right now.
The Cowboys game is a bad reference point for anything for this team.
I didn't say a word about the Cowboys game. If you look at the last 4 games, Sayamalu is getting fucking trashed.
Well, you said Dillard, so that's why I made me think of the Cowboys game. Just
because with Sayamalu getting fucking destroyed so bad, it's hurting Dillard. He's having to do things. He's having to be somebody he's not yet because of the guy next to him getting fucking run over like a freight train.
Yeah, the offense. There's a lot of issues there. Obviously, not starting the game super slow. Everything that's obvious to anyone who watches football. It's been bad. I think it's not Frank Wright. It's the lack of there's no deep threat. There's no one who can run down the field and stretch it. You need the guy who can run down the field and everything else it opens wide open, like a can of worms. Everyone's like, oh, where's Zach Ertz? Zach Ertz isn't showing up. Well, Zach Ertz is getting bracketed every fucking route he runs.
Well, that's why Goddard's been getting more catches the past couple of games.
Yeah, because Goddard is just as good, just the same type of same talent potential, I'll say, as Zach Ertz. So he's still when he's one-on-one, he's gonna get open. He's gonna catch the
city
ball.
of Philadelphia owes Alshon Jeffrey an apology.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people do. I'm definitely not one of them.
Me neither. Nah.
I never thought.
We talked about it. Maybe not on recording.
Alshon.
Yeah.
And secondly, who cares what they said?
That's not how he rolls. If he's got an issue, he'll say it.
Yeah, I felt like he would talk to. Yeah, I feel like he would say it himself.
Yeah.
What
do you make of this locker room bullshit?
I think there are, like all right, let's say we'll go into Skandrick and his clown ass yesterday. So I think what he says, like, he sounds like a super, super bitter ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
But there's also some truth in what he's saying. I don't think he like actually verbalized the truths accurately. But one thing he said, and which I agree with, is where there's smoke, there's fire. So I think there are some small issues in the locker room.
Which sucks, because I thought we were past that.
I think it's just dudes. It's kind of the mentality, that Doug has, where everyone's loose. Guys are probably just loose, and maybe they should be a little tighter right now.
Well,
and I think, everyone talks about locker room material, and I don't really always buy into it. Especially, I think it gets thrown around too much, is what I'll say. This is like season-long locker room bulletin board material for the Eagles. Like, look what this fucking dude did. He was in our locker room, and he as soon as he was on, he was talking about how much he regrets leaving Dallas. Compliments Skip on his Dallas chain. This dude's a Cowboy through and through. And then he goes on national TV and talks shit on us?
Yeah, and talks shit on our captain, who he, unbeknownst to his stupid fucking face, is recorded in a live football game.
Yeah,
praising the same guy he just trashed. So,
Yeah, that was, the way everything unfolded yesterday, it was was pretty hilarious. At first, I watched.
Listen, let me tell you something. If I ever am in the same room with Skip Bayless, that guy is going to go to sleep for a couple hours. I promise you. What a fucking piece of shit that guy is. Yeah, motherfucker got me blocked on Twitter for Twitter jail for 24 hours.
Well, maybe we should send you to like anger management and record it.
I've been there twice. It doesn't work.
Let's do it for the podcast. That way,
we can do it for the content, sure. But seriously, like, it's like you said, you get a lifelong Cowboy, and you get him. I never wanted that fucking piece of shit, and you get him in here, and Tavon Austin could have walked by him on that first touchdown. Like, holy shit, bro. And,
that was embarrassing. That's like
playing like your little cousin the days after you get cut, you're on a pro Cowboy talk show, which is a garbage show to begin with, and you're talking shit about the Eagles. Maybe if you didn't suck at football, you'd still have a job somewhere. Like, the Cowboys don't even want you anymore. So, even when he was on the Cowboys, he got roasted all the time. So he could take his stupid turtleneck or whatever the fuck he had on and his dumb glasses, and he can sit under fucking Skip's side of the desk and keep sucking that dick, because he's useless to me.
But he was dressed like he could have been in an episode of A Different World.
Yeah, I think you're right, though. I think they need to put his fucking dumb face up in the locker room and use that as motivation to not suck anymore.
Yeah,
that's what it takes.
We finally have an angry football team, I think, which I don't think we've had since they started slow last year and had to get mad towards the end of the year and make the playoffs and go on a run.
Well, there's two things that I have a problem with, and first is, well, three things, real quick. I won't go into detail on them, but first is Super Bowl was 2 years ago. Enough. I don't want to hear about the ring anymore. You should not be complacent with having won a Super Bowl. Next, Lane Johnson, what are you doing? Do not post game throw any one of your guys under the bus, even if they fucked up. You take care of that in-house. Lastly, Malcolm Jenkins, our captain, defensive captain, is asked the question, what was the difference between last year's team and this year's team when last year wasn't looking so good and they turned it around? There's no fucking reason you say Nick Foles. None. Even if it's the truth. You do not do that. All that does is create more tension. Why the fuck would you do that? It's stupid.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
When?
In an interview. He was asked last year what made them turn it around last year when they were played bad and they turned it around and they made the run. And his fucking response was Nick Foles. Which is a problem. Even if it's true.
I don't know. I didn't hear that. I never heard.
No, it's on Twitter. I'm not pulling that out of the air. It's quoted in an interview. I'll have to find it. I'll send it to you.
Well, I think, like, if they don't go out this week and really, they have to really show up against the Bills. Obviously, they need to win the game to still be relevant in football. But if they don't come out, like, if they came out like they did against Dallas, it's just pack it up. If you
why
ever
do
take
they
your
suck
family,
in the beginning of games, dude?
I don't know. I don't know. But if they come out slow and sluggish, start getting you can, if you want to take your wife or your girlfriend or whoever to a game, it's too expensive. You'll be able to hop on StubHub and get cheap tickets soon.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I told you, I tried to tell you, this stretch of games, whether the teams were good or not, was going to be the deciding factor in this season because not because of the teams that you're playing, but because of how you were playing against these teams. And it's proven, and it's not getting any better. You got the Bears who, they suck, but
they stink.
They still have a great defense.
What a travesty up there. Like, imagine being a Bears fan right now. You traded all that equity to get Trubisky, and he fucking blows.
Yeah, he stinks.
He blows. He's so bad. It's hilarious.
But, any given Sunday, man, you could put one on us.
And then you trade all that fucking capital to get Mac. And
you can't do it all, though. That defense is good.
Right, but it's all for nothing, though. You traded him because you thought you had the quarterback, and your quarterback stinks. So now you're losing games 12-10.
Yeah.
Your fucking defense only scored one touchdown, and your quarterback blows.
You know what's funny? I think with the remaining this stretch of games with the bye plus the bye, I feel like we beat the Patriots for some reason. I don't know why. I feel like they come down here and we put it on them. But they'll end up like losing today or losing tomorrow or losing to the Bears or something stupid. But they'll beat the Pats. And then, it's just, they're such a Jekyll and Hyde team. It's so weird.
It is.
But at the end of the day and at the end of the year.
Oh, end of the day.
I'm done with Jim Schwartz.
It's hard for me to blame the defensive coordinator when guys just all these guys are hurt and nobody's.
No, I get it. I'm more of a fire the coach guy than you for sure, but realistically, like it's just not working. When has he ever been, good at his job? He's never really been a defensive genius. He sucked as a head coach. I mean,
he wasn't a good head coach, but
right. So
he's always had good defenses, always. And
we don't have a good defense right now.
Not right now. They're not.
We didn't have a good defense last year. We didn't have a good defense when we won the Super Bowl.
Yes, they did. They played. They were very good during the season. Obviously, Tom Brady hung a fucking huge 500-yard number on them. But they were very good that year.
I've had enough the Schwartz experiment. I'm tired of the 10-yard cushions, and I'm tired of the prevent defense, third downs and big spots. And I'm tired of it. I'm done with it.
It's such like a hard, like his defenses don't stink though. They're not great against the pass.
Wait, listen to what you just said.
And they're
his
really
don't
great.
stink.
What I'm saying,
they're
but
not great against the pass.
They're not great against the pass, and they're great against the run.
They're not great against the run. Zeke Elliott ran all over us.
The first time all season that a running back ran all over us.
What's the first time we played a good running back?
No, that's not true. That's not true at all.
Who else have we played? If you give me Le'Veon Bell, I'm going to drive to Glenside and smack you.
I can't give you. Oh, wait, that wasn't the first name that came to mind because I went back to the beginning of the schedule. But I can't give you one of the best running backs in football.
Not when he's playing behind that line. Come on.
Didn't he run all over the
Dude,
Cowboys?
You could run all over. You come on, stop.
I can't run. I can't even run anymore.
Exactly.
This week was 7 years since I tore my Achilles. I realized I have not run once in 7 years.
I mean, you might want to think about.
That's an exaggeration, but it's good. It's good for the podcast. That's not actual facts.
Who else? What other running backs did they shut down?
They've shut down the dude in Atlanta. What's his name? Freeman.
Stop.
I'm telling you, I'm going down the schedule. Let's go down the schedule.
Oh my god.
Kerryon Johnson.
Yeah. Okay. Garbage. Next.
Adam Jones. Is that his first name?
Yeah. They split carries with Jamal Williams. Come on.
No, he was the main
He
running
had
back.
one good game. He's on my fantasy team. He had one good game this year. He's not the same caliber as Dalvin Cook and Ezekiel Elliott. Stop it. Come on, man.
They're not same. No one said same caliber. You said they haven't faced a good running back yet. They have faced good running backs.
Yeah.
They faced good running backs. Teams that run the ball well.
Listen.
This is the first time they got their whooped by a running back.
Dalvin Cook put it on him. Alexander Mattison was putting it on him at the end of the game. I mean, you play anybody with a half decent offensive line and a quality running back, and look what happened. The problem is injuries, because poor Fletcher Cox is out there getting doubled and triple teamed, and Derek Barnett's on his ass every other play, and Brandon Graham he's not the same guy that we've had for the past couple of years. He's another year older. He's still playing hard, but you got nobody else to worry about. They're not worried about the fucking linebackers, that's for sure. Getting to the second level is no problem.
Well, it's just becoming no problem, and it's again injuries mounting.
Whatever. Jim Schwartz fucking blows, and I want a defensive coordinator who plays some fucking tough defense.
Don't give me the excuses why. Just say you want him out.
I did. I tried to do that, and you tried to give me how.
Well,
this fucking.
I'm not trying. I am giving it to you. Like they are the second best run defense in football going into last week. I don't know where they're at. I can check in a second. And they were like the 25th team against the pass, something. They're currently 25th in the NFL against the pass, and they're now 7th against the run. So in 1 week, they dropped 5 spots in rushing.
Yeah.
But they actually didn't.
They finally played somebody with a good offensive line and a talented running back.
Oh, and we spotted the Cowboys 14 fucking points to start the game. I mean, let's not forget that part.
Well, yeah. I mean, you give up turnovers, and that's just what happens.
Yeah, then you can just turn around and give the ball to Zeke 400 fucking times. They only gave up 213 yards passing last week.
That's because Zeke ran over everybody on our defense.
Right, and because we spotted him 2 touchdowns.
Moral of the story is they need to fucking get their shit together. They need to play on offense with a little more continuity and a little more sense of urgency. And defensively, I don't know what the hell needs to happen, because they're just not very good. And with the injuries, like you keep pointing out, I don't know what the answer is, but something's got to be done. What about D-Jax? We didn't touch on him real quick. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Why
I had a
why
feeling
did
it
he
was
not
going to
have
drag out.
surgery for first week?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't. All I know is what I read on Twitter, and it's just people like tweeting shit. Like you don't see anything from like real reporters that like, oh, he would have only been out 2 weeks if he got surgery, which seems like doesn't seem at all possible, right? It's a soft tissue injury. If it's a sports hernia or a groin issue, like you really like, do we feel like they would have only been out a couple weeks if he had surgery on that?
Whatever. At least we'd have a definitive answer. Here's why. He's gonna come back because he said he's getting close, and he's gonna hurt it again, and he's gonna be done for the year. And unless you trade for a guy like Robbie Anderson or somebody else who can stretch the field, like you pointed out earlier, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, that's the Eagles. If you ask me, their biggest problem. I mean, really, I feel like their own. It's their own actual problem. I think all the other problems that you may bring up or mention all stem from not being able to stretch the field. So I feel like if you solve, the main problem, then everything else just ends up fixing itself. Because you can now stretch the field and Zach Ertz isn't double teamed and, Carson can get it out quick when he wants to and there's a extra safety out of the box. So Jordan Howard can hit the holes harder. Hopefully Miles Sanders stops dancing.
Still need to block up front.
Hard.
You got to get better at blocking up front.
Yeah, again, I think it all fixes because there's no reason, there's nothing for defenses to be scared of right now on the Eagles.
So give me 2 moves that you would make if you're the GM right now that say you get 2 moves to solidify your team moving forward. Who are they? What are the names? What do you got?
I gave you the 2 names I like on defense already. The 2 old guys. I'll take one of them at corner. Just because you don't have to give up much, and then you're done with them at the end of the year, and you can do things the way the Eagles normally do things, which is usually through free agency or hopefully draft a guy in the front end of the draft. And offensively, get me someone who can just run in a straight line down the field fast. I don't care. Robbie Anderson, giving you if you have another name, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm on board with that. Yeah.
What I don't like people out, so many Eagles fans think just like Deshaun Jackson's like these guys with this like track speed or just like a dime a dozen, like, just draft one of these guys already, would you? Like they're fucking unicorns. What are you talking about? How many teams have a guy that has track speed and just runs down the field?
I wouldn't mind, if I knew before doing it that the guy was going to come back 100% healthy and be ready to go, I would seriously consider looking at AJ Green.
He's never healthy. Like, why would we?
I know.
It's always the legs.
It's the same deal with him, though. He's on the last year of his contract, so, I mean.
Yeah, I don't want to give up a draft pick for AJ Green. Unless it's like a 6th or 7th round draft pick. So, just because I think he'll get hurt. Obviously, he's great.
So, do they win Sunday?
I think the only team more pissed off at Orlando Scandrick is the Buffalo Bills.
Why?
They're probably like, man, what the fuck are you doing? We got to play them this week? You jerk.
I thought you were going in the direction that they're pissed off that he's not there for them to run over.
No, well, they're probably upset about that too. Every game has a yang.
You think they win this week?
I don't know. The same thing I said last week when people were asking me about the Cowboys. I don't know.
I knew they weren't beating the Cowboys for sure.
I didn't say that they weren't going to beat the Cowboys, but I felt it. That's why I went. Anyone asked me, I went, you just don't know with this team. I feel more confident against the Buffalo Bills though.
I feel like they should win the game, but I don't know that they will.
So you could build momentum here.
Yeah, I know. You're going to need it.
2 weeks in a row, you get 2 wins. Next thing you know, we're in a bye week, living it up. 5-4, probably somehow tie with the Cowboys again. I don't know who they're playing, but the Cowboys are just as up and down as the fucking Eagles are. Just because they whooped us doesn't mean they're that much better than us.
No, I agree.
So they're off this week. Giants, Vikings, Lions, Patriots, Bills. Now they get into their meat of their schedule. So, yeah, this whole Eagles, Jets, Cowboys thing,
You're hung up on this, huh?
Yeah, it just proves how, like, I'm just as down as everyone else this week about the Eagles getting their fucking ass kicked by the Cowboys, but it just proves how NFL is, how crazy it can be. You can get your ass whooped by a team that got their ass whooped by a team that you whooped their ass in consecutive weeks. In 3 straight weeks, it happened.
Any given Sunday, bro.
Right. That's why, like, I'm not jump off the bridge just yet, but I'm not. I'm not. I mean, I'm thinking about which bridge, but I'm not jumping off of it yet. What's the closest bridge, or
I can tell you from experience, because I cross it every day for work. Stay away from the Tacony, because that's just a miserable situation all the way around.
I'm not going anywhere near that thing. My luck, I'll go to do it, and it'll like open up, and I'll get stuck, and then they'll rescue me. I'll just explain to people what I was doing.
All right, so are we going to touch on the fact that we got a new manager for our baseball club?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's parlay this into some baseball.
I for one am a proponent, and this is the guy who I wanted, so which would mean typically that he's going to suck and I was going to be wrong again. So. But I like the hire. That's who I wanted. I didn't want Buck Showalter. I didn't want Dusty Baker.
You don't retread these old guys for me, please. No, thank you.
No, I want a guy who says if you pick up that bat and you hit that baseball, like see ball, hit ball. Let's go.
Yeah, he's still big analytics guy. But he's got a World Series ring.
Did you hear what he said?
What? No.
About making sure that they get all the tanning oil smell out of his new office.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Hilarious. Like him already.
Poor Gabe.
Yeah, fuck Gabe.
Clintac should be gone too, by the way.
I don't know why I don't understand why Clintac should be gone either.
Because he is the one who hired fucking Gabe.
You think the fucking analytics nerd is the one who got to make the final decision on hiring or signing anybody?
When it came to Gabe, I do. I think
it's all Middleton.
I think once Middleton saw the Gabe experience fail, he decided to jump in.
I think he's been involved for a while.
He's been involved in getting Bryce Harper here, and that's all he was involved in. I will say Clintac did a couple good things with getting in McCutchen and Realmuto, so I'll give him another chance. But
yeah, he made good moves on offense, and then they went there was only 2 real free agent pitchers, and one of them was fucking J.A. Happ.
Yeah, no thanks.
Last year, and he made offers and lost. I mean, like, what else is he supposed to do?
No, well, I mean, have you been watching?
There's some free agents this year.
Have you been watching the playoffs?
A little bit.
If there's one thing I've noticed, is that pitching wins, man. I mean, the Nationals are going to win the World Series because of pitching. They got a solid lineup. Don't get me wrong. They got a really solid lineup, but their pitching is what's going to do it for them. Because once you get past a certain inning, they just have a shutdown bullpen, man. You just can't touch them.
Yeah, and again, like even Clintac went out and got bullpen guys. It's not his fault that they fucking combined for like a third of an inning. Fucking hell, yeah.
So Garrett Cole's the big name coming up.
Yeah, Garrett Cole's a free agent.
Gotta get him, right?
You gotta make an offer. You're gonna have to you have to pay him a lot of money. A whole lot of money.
Yeah.
There's, Cole Hamels is out there. There's quite a few names, but like there's not many, like Garrett Cole's, like obviously
I wouldn't mind if they brought back Hamels.
The big prize. Yeah, absolutely. The Phillies get 2 like number 3 starters, they're competing for the division.
Yeah.
That's all you need. You don't need, obviously, if you get a Garrett Cole, you can get him. You go get him. Not my money. Go spend it.
Yeah, for sure.
But like, if they come roll out with Cole Hamels and whoever else, like 2 number 3 starters, I'm excited again.
Our division is really good moving forward, though. I mean, you see what the Nats are doing, and I know it's year to year with baseball. It could change next year, but just looking at this year, like the Braves are a good young team. They're gonna lose some pieces, right? Donaldson's gonna go. McCann's already retired, and he fucking kills us. But they got a good core, young core in Atlanta. They got a good young core in Washington. They have a good young core in New York too. The Mets are not that bad of a team, I don't think. They just need a little bit better leadership, and they have the pitching for sure. So you get some help, maybe get a couple more bats to help Alonso and McNeil, but they're not a bad team either. So
no, absolutely not. But like all 3 teams have, obviously, sans the Marlins, have good young cores.
Beat us every fucking time we play them, but whatever.
Yeah, which is fucking wild. Yeah, I mean, the Phillies have a good young core.
For sure.
Like I said, baseball, it's year to year. It's whoever you can surround your stars with. I don't think people think they're fucking way off. I don't think they're that far off.
I think they're bullpen and a starter or 2 away from, for sure making the playoffs at least.
Yeah, and every fucking athlete in Philadelphia getting hurt across every single fucking sport can that just fucking end? Can we put an end to that?
It is.
What do we have to do?
Fucking annoying.
What if we wrote an apology letter to Minnesota to try and
for what?
Right the karma for the way we treated their fans, and we still treat them after the NFC Championship game.
No.
That's just the first team that came to mind.
You get the fucking attitude that you give. Those motherfuckers came down here and went to the art museum and started chanting Skull. Like, what are you supposed to take that? Fuck you. Go win something, you fucking cold pieces of shit.
Right.
No fucking apology from me.
Maybe not the Vikings. I'm just thinking, what we gotta brainstorm something here that we can do to fix this injury issue. It's a real issue.
It's fucked up, man. It is.
It
really is fucked up. Every sport, too. It's every sport.
Yeah. This is the Flyers? I don't know. I don't watch them.
You're such an asshole. Yeah, Nolan Patrick has migraine headaches. Who I thought was going to be your future captain moving forward, but...
Oh, God. Migraines. Have him call Percy Harvin.
Yeah, smoke weed together.
That got fixed.
Real quick, before did you see what Golden Tate said about Jalen? Jalen Ramsey impregnated Golden Tate's sister.
Yeah, this is like I saw this in the summertime.
And he left her for some hot ass stripper in Vegas. And
yeah, which is a no-brainer.
Golden Tate said he's gonna have to see me at some point. And now Ramsey's in the NFC and he will be playing. Golden Tate's a bitch. Percy Harvin bitched him out. Beat him up.
Breaking news. Joel Embiid is out tonight.
Yeah, well.
Wah-wah.
Who didn't know that?
Wah-wah. All right, game 1 without Joel Embiid. Let's see what they do.
So your boys, I see you're all Sixered up all over Twitter. It's pretty much I feel as though the Eagles are now backseat to your Sixers because it's such a hard on for the Sixers right now.
Season just started. Excitement. The excitement is brewing. Get excited. I'm excited.
I mean, if you don't edit that out and use the actual clip, we're not doing this right.
We'll see if I can pull that up. See if I can make that happen. Although I didn't think that was all that bad.
Yeah, it was terrible, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't sound anything like him.
I'll practice. I'll see if I can fix it.
That's fine.
I mean, What?
So I got a
Like, are
friend
you
of
asking
mine.
like where my sports hierarchy is? Like, I'm excited for the Sixers. Their season just started. And a lot of those tweets first started firing out when the Eagles spotted the Cowboys a 14-point lead.
Yeah, I know. So it's clear that the Sixers are now number one in your mind.
Okay, I'll take Sixers are 1A. Eagles are 1B.
I'm excited too. No,
Flyers
I'm
are like
looking forward to the
6th.
season. Did you hear about this bar? You're such a fucking jerk.
I was wondering if you caught on to that.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, I think they win the cup next year.
Whoa.
Next year, I think next year they get it done. They're
There's
putting
always
something
next year,
together.
right? You're already going with there's always next year.
They're putting something together. I think you got to get rid of a couple pieces and let some more of these young guys come up. But they got a good farm system, and they made a couple good moves this year, and they're not a half bad team.
You only have to get rid of the couple pieces that make the most money and that you're legally not allowed to get rid of.
Wow, somebody will take Voracek off your hands.
Maybe.
Yeah. He's got to go.
He makes like $8 million, which is like
almost done though, right?
Which is like a bonkers hockey number. Yeah, hey, you think I'm here for you saying anything like that? You think the Eagles
8 years, $66 million. Oh,
how much is left?
Average annual salary of 8.25. Oh my god!
See, I'm such a fucking nerd that I know that like the pain in the ass on the team that I fucking have a beef with in our city. I know what he fucking makes. Shoot me in the fucking head. How do you spell his fucking last name?
Voracek. Oh man. Oh, there's still 4 years left on his deal. 5 years.
Oh my god.
4 years. That's not good.
That's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, nobody's taking Jake Voracek.
Oh man.
Yeah, you gotta hope he's 30. You gotta hope he fucking like blows a tire or something. Bootstrap.
Well, I like the coach. I like the style of hockey they play that he implores to play, and I like Kevin Hayes. I think he was a good signing. He's he's a good hockey player. So
My God, you're bootstrapped with 3 more years of the 30-year-old Jack Voracek, James Van Riemsdyk at a $7 million cap hit. Oh my God. And you really think they're going to win the Stanley Cup next year?
I do. No, I do. I think they're
Good news. You only have 2 more years of 31-year-old Claude Giroux making with an 8.275 cap hit. So, I mean, only 2 more years isn't so bad. So what are you saying about them winning the Stanley Cup next year?
I think they win the fucking Stanley Cup next year. You fucking arrogant fucking asshole.
I'm not arrogant. This is ridiculous. I didn't know they had to pay these guys this much longer.
I didn't know about the Voracek thing.
Yeah,
It's really throwing me off.
Yeah,
I could have sworn he was done.
This is, yeah, okay. Hey, if they win the Stanley Cup next year, I'll DD for you. I'll get cup crazy.
I think if I win this, our Sixers bet, I might have you fucking get Claude Giroux's face tattooed on you.
Oh. I think my 2 ideas are killer. Like, I think part of you wants me to win just so you could get one of those 2 tattoos.
They're clearly not that good. I would have remembered what they are.
Oh, I can remind you. One would be if they win the NBA Finals, it would be the NBA Finals trophy, whatever the name of that trophy is. But the ball on it, instead of a ball, it would be my head.
Okay.
And then the other one is a $1,000 bill with my face as the president, and around my head it'll say, "In Dan I trust."
Okay.
which are pretty good. Now, one of my brother-in-law who listens, he had an interesting take on this. We should think of actual tattoos that people would get, but not ones that we would get. So like a butterfly, something like that.
I'm seriously considering a Dallas Cowboys star.
That's too far.
No, it's not.
That is way too far.
You want to put your fucking face on me? You're gonna get a Dallas Cowboys star if I win. How about that?
Listen, I can incorporate the Dallas Star into either of those tattoos.
Listen, I guarantee you, as fucked up as you think your mind is, I'm a little bit more. So just keep that in mind when you're making your decisions. I guarantee you, as fucked up as you think your brain works, I'm just a little bit further ahead in that game. So
all right, we'll see. We'll see. Dallas Star. I think Dallas Star is too far, but that's crossing.
Wait, you're allowed to put your face on me.
Yeah, you even suggested my face at one point.
I would listen if you win, it's going on my ass. Just so
there's no way that you think my face is worse than the Dallas Star. There's no way. If you say yes, I just don't believe you. Just don't believe you.
It's debatable.
It's not a debate. That is not a debate. There's no fucking way. I'm a handsome man, and that Dallas Star is fucking tuh.
See how quick your tone changed when I mentioned the Dallas Star being on your body for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's crossing the line. Sorry.
So
you're a habitual line stepper.
I don't have a line. Have you not picked that up yet? There is no line in my head, bro. There's nothing that can or cannot be crossed. Trust me when I tell you. So let's talk about the Sixers real quick. The
Apple.
What's that?
Happily.
Yeah, I think you look at the box score from the first game. It was pretty balanced. I liked how balanced that scoring was. But I have a very good friend of mine. You've interacted with him on Twitter before, Mr. Ruggiero. Hates Tobias Harris with like the fire of 1,000 suns. Hates this guy.
Well, let's clarify that he hates anyone.
He hates the contract.
He hates everybody though. He'll find a way to love someone on Monday, hate them on Tuesday, and then act like nothing happened on Wednesday.
Yeah, well,
and be back to loving them. So like that caveat needs to be out there for people to understand this man.
I don't know. His hate for Tobias is strong. It's not. I kind of agree with you. He does get like that from time to time. In his defense, he does he wants to be just the biggest troll of all trolls. So I think it's what he's working towards. But his hatred for Harris is something that him and I have gone back and forth about, and I like breaking his balls because he had a double-double last game, and I think that's pretty good. He shot close to 50% from the field. His problem was with the money that he was given. He's not a max guy.
Grow up. Grow the fuck up.
That money
Everyone's
could have been
a fucking max guy in the NBA.
Yeah, I know. That's what I tried to. He was going to get it somewhere if he didn't get it here.
Yeah, and you need him. So he fits the team perfectly. He isn't signing the checks. When do he start signing checks? I don't understand why people have those problems. Like,
well, no, to be fair, you can't say that because we just spent time talking about bad contracts in one sport, and then even in another sport, and then when he gets to basketball, it's like, it doesn't matter. You can't do that. You can't have. So we're not saying your ball and going home. Like you can't.
It's not a bad. He's just complaining about how much they're paying him. It's not a bad contract. Jake Voracek is a really, really fucking bad contract. So there is a difference. So
I don't think
when you're talking about Flyers guys, that's a lot of money for guys who are not producing at all.
No, I think you can't. There's no difference because I think I kind of agree with him a little bit. They gave Harris too much money. However, they didn't have an option because he would have gotten it somewhere else. So, and they needed him. So yeah, he took advantage of his situation and he got paid. I don't think he's a max contract guy either. I'll agree with him on that. But in the situation we were in, you had to give it to him.
Is he like?
He's not a max contract player, dude. Come on.
He is his max. He's worth his max. Because you said it yourself, he's going to go somewhere else. He'll get it in a lot of
different levels, the tiers of max contracts.
Yeah. Right. Like obviously he's not a super max guy or anything like that. But was it 4 or 5 years? 5 years, 180 million.
Yeah.
All right, fine. He's 26. I'm fine with that contract. I don't care if 100. It's 108 like. What, Kyrie got 180 million? Is he on Kyrie's level? No. But this is the way the NBA works. Like, there's nothing. I think complaining about it is like a fruitless fucking process. What's the point?
Yeah, no, I agree, but you can't complain about it in one. You can't say that about one and not about all four of the sports.
No, again, I think it goes to situations. Like, they gave. At 26 years old, they gave Jake Voracek an 8-year, $66 million. We all thought that was a bad contract as soon as he signed it.
Well, yeah.
Right? And it's different in the fact that like the NHL salary cap is a hard salary cap. NBA, obviously there's fucking 6 bazillion rules where you read the whole fucking thing and you think you know it and then you realize that there's something else that you somehow don't know. Like this is... Like, when it comes down to just pay the guys money to get him, it's the same. But when you're reflecting on an 8-year, $66 million contract or these guys in their 30s, and it's not like the Flyers had to pay these guys these fucking huge contracts. They just, like, continue doing what the Flyers do. It's like, oh, you've been here for so long. Here's a thank you $90 million contract. What?
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a fucking boatload. I mean, they practically gave Jake a fucking $90 million contract.
Yeah. So did you see this bar in Jersey that's biting off the Cleveland Browns that are going to give away free beer when Simmons hits his first 3?
I saw that. Yeah, someone sent it to me. I think we have to visit.
I thought for sure he would have taken one in that first game. I don't think he's going to do it, dude.
Well, yeah, he will. Come on.
I think he's got a serious phobia about jacking something up mid-game when he clearly doesn't need to. I mean, he played really well.
That's another thing. He doesn't need to.
I know.
You don't need him to shoot 3-pointers at all. You never need Ben Simmons to be a 3-point shooter. Never. That'll never happen. Where the Sixers will need it to be that way. Never. So I don't know why it's a thing. I don't know why. The people who were like, well, he's in the NBA and he's a point guard. It's his job to be able to do it.
Well, that's because people are stupid. We've talked about that.
Shut the fuck up. It's not his job. You must not watch the NBA. You watch the Sixers. He's a guard. He should be able to.
What else you got on?
That was a pretty good old man, wasn't it?
Your 76ers. Yeah, it was good.
I gotta work on my, what's his name? Who's the guy that does the radio?
McGinnis? Is that his name?
Yeah, Todd McGinnis.
Todd McGinnis.
Get excited!
Still no.
I'll get it there.
All right.
Don't worry. Yeah. I'm gonna sit on my couch for like an hour and a half doing it while watching football. My daughter will be like, Dad, what the fuck are you doing? And I'll be like, first of all, you're 8. You're not allowed to say the word fuck. Secondly, you gotta get excited, pal. So it's Spider Night.
She's a Philly sports fan. She can say fuck. I mean, I was probably around that age when I started throwing it out there, so.
Well, we let her throw it out sometimes. When it's gonna be funny for us. But she can't just casually drop the F-bomb at 8. Not at 8. If it's a boy, it would be different rules. Different rules. Absolutely. But she's not allowed to say fuck. Casually. Yet. Soon enough, though. Soon enough. Yeah, Sixers play game 2 tonight against the Pistons. Blake Griffin-less Pistons.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them.
I'm so like, I want obviously Embiid to be healthy, but I love when he daddies.
Yeah, he what does he say? What's the saying
Draymond
go?
or Draymond Drummond.
He rents space in his fucking head.
Yeah, he does.
Takes
He
up
owns them.
space. Yeah.
There's two centers in the NBA that he
Whiteside,
absolutely
yeah.
owns. Yeah, Whiteside finally got shipped off to he got shipped off to the opposite, like the total catty corner part of the country from where he was. Up there in Portland.
Yeah.
As far away from Embiid as he possibly could. Embiid's still gonna find him though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I find you. I could listen to Joel Embiid talk for hours on end.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think he should start narrating books when he retires.
He's got like a voiceover career, like he's got the Morgan Freeman, like could you imagine him doing like like a Disney character?
Dude, I would listen to anything anything
him and Kevin Hart.
Him
and Kevin Hart on the same movie, that would be fantastic.
I would absolutely listen to anything he did. He's got a voiceover career if he wants it.
He's like really smart, right? He speaks like 8 languages or something.
Oh, he speaks like 3 languages, something like that, like French, English, and then like whatever his native country or native language is.
Cameroon,
but like
he's from Cameroon, right?
Yeah, he's from Cameroon, but I don't know what language they speak. But like there's so many different dialects in that language. Like I think he like knows like various dialects as well.
Yeah.
So it's like it's still impressive, but like people are like, oh, he knows 7 languages. Well, not really.
I think if they're going to really make a run at this thing, they're gonna need one more piece maybe off the bench.
I mean, they obviously. I mean, the saying that they could use a shooter is like you could say that about any NBA team.
So. No, right, yeah. But
they could. I think there's going to be an addition to this team. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm all for packing up Zaire Smith and shipping him off somewhere.
Yeah, it seems to be the consensus.
I really don't care. People are upset in the beginning of the or in preseason with any of that notion. If you really are that attached to Zaire Smith, I just whatever. I mean,
am I wrong about my Pac-12 theory on Thibault?
The what?
My Pac-12 theory when it comes to Thibault, Matisse.
You're way off on that one, right?
Am I?
Why wouldn't you be?
He's fucking Pac-12. They're fucking soft.
Have you been watching?
I mean, they played a game, dude.
Well, I mean, he's also did it in the preseason as well. He's been the same exact player.
Preseason means nothing.
I hate that. Like,
again, you can't have you're the classic cake and eat it too guy. Like, your logic only applies to things that you want it to apply to.
Where does that come to in this situation?
Because we talked about preseason before in football, and you're like, it fucking doesn't matter.
No, I never say preseason.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, NFL preseason, doesn't
You've written off the first 4 weeks of the regular season in the NFL.
Huh?
You've written off the first 4 weeks of the regular season in the NFL.
How?
September football doesn't mean shit.
Well, you're not judging your team on who they are. Obviously, it matters. You need to win games for your record. But you judge your team on who they are in the winter, not in the...
Only when it applies to what you want it to apply to.
That's not true.
It's fucking true. It's not true. Run it back. Run the tapes back.
It's not true. Preseason doesn't matter in a team sense. Like, I don't care if they win or lose games in the preseason. But when Thibault is going out there, 6th, 7th guy off the bench, and still doing it as a rookie in the preseason, exactly what he did in the first game of the season, that's who he is as a player. It's translatable. You can watch it and see, hey, this guy's fucking good. If the only game we saw him was against that fucking ding pang fucking Chinese team, then I'd be like, yeah, fucking cares? This fucking team from China. But he was out there against other NBA talent all through the preseason. The shortened preseason. I don't know.
Well, I certainly hope that Thibault's the only guy from the Pac-12 who's relevant in sports, because it's certainly the way it's shaping up.
We'll see. I think Thibault, as a joke, it has a rookie ever won Rookie of the Year only averaging like 10 points a game?
No. And they'll never will be.
No, I know. I'm just joking, but Thibault's gonna have enough fucking.
Zion already won Rookie of the Year, and he's gonna miss 8 fucking weeks.
He's out 8
too
weeks.
Fat. Called it.
I know.
Sick brag.
Felt the same way. There's no way he's gonna be able to carry that weight. And I heard there was one podcast on the Ringer, and they were NBA podcast. They were talking about it, and they're like, "That's just not true. He's been carrying this weight his whole life."
Yeah, against guys like you and me.
Yeah, like in high school. In high school. First of all, he's a little bit older. Obviously, he's not 18, 19. But you have to get up and down the floor like you do in the NBA in high school, or even at Duke. We'll see. He's a great dunker. He's very athletic for his size, but we'll see.
Yeah, he's basically like this generation's Harold Miner.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Or, alright, I'll give him Isaiah Ryder instead.
Oh, God.
Fuck you, Duke players.
I don't think you actually mean those things.
That's
you
for
just
you,
said.
Workman.
But, fuck Duke.
What else we got?
Fuck. We got that. I think Sixers win tonight without him. Without JoJo.
I was against it, and I'll take it on the chin, but I like the Horford signing.
Oh, I love Al Horford.
Yeah, he's for nights like tonight when JoJo's not playing, and he steps in there to play center, that's good.
Yeah, how he used to, the move he would pull, like his
elbow, that's your favorite move now.
Well, he's gotten called on it fucking twice so far.
Yeah.
Of fucking course they call it now that he's in Philly.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The one on opening night was absolutely one of the worst calls I've ever seen in my life. But, yeah, of course I love it now. He's on our team. It's such a great move. That's why I hated it, because it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even Horford goes down there and fucking's like, all right, Drummond, I'm gonna stepdaddy you now.
Yeah.
Your daddy's on the bench. Stepdaddy's on the court.
Why is he not playing, by the way? After
Sprained
one
his
game?
ankle.
Okay.
Yeah, he sprained his ankle, and for some reason, the people's champ, Mike Scott, sprained his ankle as well. I don't know his status though. Who cares about his status? It's amazing. I liked Mike Scott when they brought him over. I was like, oh, but fucking Mike Scott, yeah, I'll take Mike Scott on our team. And then fucking dorks had to go out and make the fucking Mike Scott hive.
What's wrong with that?
Everything is wrong with that.
Why?
He's a fucking nobody.
He's a member of the team, dude.
Yeah, but dude, really? For fans to like be this much in love with fucking Mike Scott?
That's what we do around here, man. We don't have much to hold on to.
We got a lot.
You get a guy who gives you everything he's got and interacts with the fans and doesn't give a fuck and will smack somebody in the mouth.
People go too far with it.
That's the embodiment
go
of
too far. People have like Mike Scott hive tattoos. That's ridiculous. It's gone too far.
Well, we may have just found something else to put on you.
You're gonna put a beehive on me? Bring it. Bring it.
Right in the middle of a Dallas Star.
Oh God.
And I'm not just talking about the 5-pointed blue fucking, I'm gonna get you. I got this kid who tattoos my brother who will make this the most 3D looking thing popping off your Irish fucking pale skin you have ever seen.
Right on my ass cheek. Nobody is ever gonna see that fucking
I'm gonna
thing.
take a picture of it. Ain't nothing you can do to stop it. That'll be my avatar on Twitter.
I don't know. Yeah, what picture of my Twitter, I'll take that down real quick. I'll throw one complaint out. That is my ass. That is not his ass. Do not have that. I have proof. Here's a picture, another picture of my ass with a tattoo on it. Take it down. And block him for another week.
Twitter jails. You know what's pathetic is that I'm not a big social media guy, right? Like I never wanted to get involved in it. I don't have a Facebook page. The only reason I have an Instagram account is for the podcast, so I can post and share with the people when you know, on the off chance that we fucking record and put something out there for them. But I had to get Twitter for. That was a shot at you, by the way. I had to get a Twitter account for college. Like I had three classes in grad school that required Twitter and you interacting with people, and so I reluctantly had to sign up for it. And you know, I get done with the classes and immediately, right away, you follow the sports people, you follow comedians. I follow a lot of comedians, and so now here I am years later, and I'm a full-blown Twitter user. Like I look at it every day, and I got put in Twitter jail for saying that I would slap Skip Bayless in his bitch face, and you don't realize like. I forgot about it, that it even happened, and like I got home from work and like I'm doing my nightly routine, and I click Twitter and I see something that I want to retweet or like or comment on, and they're like, boom, no, you can't do that for another 12 hours, another 8 hours. You don't even realize like how much of a part of the day that becomes. It's weird. I never thought I'd be that guy.
I love my tweeters. I love it. It's hilarious that you got suspended. I've never been suspended. I've been blocked, but suspended, that's like...
Yeah, it was so strange because I didn't think it was too offensive.
You threaten violence. You can't threaten violence anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Violent. I'd say punch him in the face.
I mean, it's yeah, but it's Skip Bayless. Like you that's like the equivalent of dropping like a nuke on me.
Here's what I want to know, because I don't think he's blocked me. So who reported it? Or is it just...
Anyone can report it. So someone could have seen it and reported it. Or he could have people who monitor his Twitter.
I'm feeling that. I feel like that's probably what it was. Yeah.
It was me. I reported it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Nah, I wouldn't report you.
I mean, you spend more time on Twitter than you do recording for this podcast, so...
Well, it sounds like you do, too. I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Yes, but I'm ready and available to record. You are just lazy anymore. So
well, see, it's a hard word. It's not lazy.
It's just, you know, truth hurts, but I'm trying to.
Yo, Lizzo.
Who's Lizzo?
you don't know the song "Truth Hurts"?
No.
I just took a DNA test. Turns out I'm 100%.
Is this a new song that came out? Because I don't listen to anything that's.
No, it's been out on the radio for a while.
Yeah, no, like in this decade, I don't listen to any of it.
Yeah, this decade, definitely this decade.
It's trash.
Why men great till they need a pee break? That's my version.
Is that what are you doing?
It's a song.
Oh.
Look up Lizzo Truth Hurts, and you'll get it.
Do I have to?
Yes, it's your homework.
I hit L on Google and it fucking comes up. It's the first thing that comes up.
Yeah, it's songs on popping.
I really don't listen to any new music.
It's a good song. You'll like it after the 10th listen. And then you'll hate it after the 15th. It's quick turnaround.
Yeah?
Yeah. Bree listens all the time. Fucking hate it.
Okay.
This is the video?
Yeah.
Oh, she a big bitch.
Whoa.
I've never seen the video, so I don't know what you're woeing.
She's a confident young lady.
She is. She's got a lot of her songs are very confident. All right. You got anything else to say? You want to talk some more shit? I'll listen.
No, I just, want to apologize. I'll do the apology since you don't have the balls and you don't pander
I don't pander. Come on, I never pander.
Pander all the fucking time. Again, you're a selective pander. That's exactly what you are. Pander when it's convenient for you. So to the 15 people who listen to us,
people not pander when it's convenient for them?
Text messages about why they haven't heard nothing. What's the deal? The deal is, Danny finally got a big boy job, and he's welcoming him to the real world, and he gets tired when he gets home from work at 4:30. So we can't record at 7:30 at 8 o'clock at night anymore because Danny's tired.
Well, see, it's only half truth. It's only half truths in there. But
you get a pass for when the wifey was sick. I can appreciate that.
We can.
But the rest of it's just pure laziness.
We might have to shift more to the weekends.
That's fine.
But we'll get it done. We're here. We're queer. Get over it.
Oh, it sounds like a personal issue.
It's a great chant, though, isn't it?
Not really. Not anymore.
We're here. We're queer. Get over it.
He speaks for himself, folks, not me.
Yeah, man, I got some gay friends.
I got gay friends too. I don't have a problem.
Back.
Don't start
chant with them. I'll chant with them. I'll be queer for a day.
I heard that about you LaSalle guys.
Ooh, hold on. Solid question. I had this debate, this question asked at a family dinner. Who would you rather be? Elton John or Caitlyn Jenner? You have to take everything, though.
It's a lot of D, man.
A lot of dicks, right? That's what I thought. There's a lot of dicks involved in Elton John, but it's a whole lot more money than Caitlyn.
I'm rocking Caitlyn.
Oh, you going Caitlyn?
Yeah, because he's a fucking Olympic hero, right? He was smashing vagina for a good portion of his life, so it's not like
vagina.
Huh?
She still smashes vagina.
Right, so there you go. You put on a dress, you throw on some fucking long hair and some makeup.
It's more than that. It's more than that now.
Never. It's fine. Whatever. He had a good run.
Her dick is gone. There's no dick.
It's all right.
So you would rather. This is where I pick.
I would rather not have a dick than put it inside another guy. Yes.
I'd rather be able to. I'd rather take dicks in my face and still have my dick than have my dick cut off.
Yeah, I'm good. You live a comfortable life, money wise. Yeah.
But you have that blood of that woman that you killed in the car accident on your hands.
That's all right. Plenty of people out there living with blood on their hands.
Oof.
O.J. Simpson's got a Twitter account.
But he's still got a dick.
Right, but it's,
Dick does a lot.
Yeah, no, listen, I love my dick. We have a great relationship, and
yeah,
I would hate to see it go, but I would never put my dick inside of another man.
You'd cut it off though.
Before I put it inside another man.
Yeah, put it inside of another man.
Like I said, we had a good run. If I'm Jenner, we had a good run. I'm sure the amount of vagina that he went through during his heyday and still probably goes through now is good. So I still get to play on the other side, and just don't have my member anymore, which is it's unfortunate, but
unfortunate is an understatement.
I don't know. My dad told me when I was a young kid, a very profound statement, and he said, a man could build 1,000 bridges and suck one dick, and he'll be forever known as a cocksucker. So
you could. There's different ways to do that. You totally butchered the shit out of that.
No, it didn't. Yeah, a man can build 1,000 bridges in his lifetime.
No.
Suck one dick, and he'll forever be known as a dick sucker.
Well, you could paint a dozen houses and never be considered a painter. You suck one cocksucker for life.
Oh yeah, it's the same. It's just different derivation.
Yeah. I mean, yours is a more confusing, butchered way of getting to it. I'm sure your dad nailed it though. If anyone's gonna nail that joke, it's your dad.
Stash. Come on. Still rocking the handlebars, bro.
So here we go to take it out on the which will probably be our first hour and a half ish episode. Franny would rather have his dick cut off and have blood on his hands, and I would rather be a billionaire and have a lot of dicks involved in my life.
Not in just your life, in your mouth, in your ass.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's part of my life. That's like all facets of my life would have dicks involved.
Cut it off.
Nah, I'm good. I'll keep my dick.
Does this mean you're playing Elton John on the way out?
I don't know. Is it Elton John or Lizzo? I don't know.
Depressing choice.
I am the Rocket Man.
Next week or next recording, we'll have a Rushmore for you. Mailbag. We need to bring the mailbag back. So if you have any questions about any of the sports teams, send them in.
Ask us questions about the Sixers.
Yeah, because Danny doesn't care about anything but the Sixers now. So
no, I mean, what are people going to ask about the Eagles? Everything is opened up about the Eagles.
Flyers. We'll talk Flyers. Danny can be quiet while I talk about the Flyers.
We all want to know that. We all want to take the top 3 paid players out back and shoot them, but we can't.
Talk Phillies, new manager if you want. Union just got bounced from the playoffs by the Atlanta team.
We're not going to talk about the Phillies again for a while.
Anything in general you want to ask, let us know.
Yeah, if you let us, who would you rather be? Who'd you rather be? Elton John or Caitlyn Jenner? We'll put a Twitter poll up.
I have a family didn't function, but okay.
Yeah, it's a fucking great question though.
I don't know if it's a great question, but it's certainly a question.
It's a great question. All right, peoples. Tell your moms we said what's up.
Deuces.
Peace.